Witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie. Zobaczmy, co przyniesie nam ten odcinek. Czyją historię poznamy teraz. Drzwiami dalej nie mogę wyjść, okej. Czy coś jeszcze w tym pokoju? Wydaje mi się, że nie. Wątek Barbary mamy wyczerpany, nie? Dobra, to cofnijmy się tutaj.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
A właśnie. Idziemy tutaj na korytarz do pozytywki. No ciekawe, co się wydarzy w piwnicy, nie? Może w końcu bardziej horrorowy wątek. No, w końcu. Jeszcze ta muzyka z pozytywki, tu na pewno coś się wydarzy. Chodźmy. Wszystko się zgadza z tym komiksem, jak na razie.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Troszkę tu ciemno.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Ale też bez tragedii.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Okej. Kolejne ukryte pomieszczenie. Kopalnia uranu.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Dziwna rodzina, co?
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Co to za wstrząsy?
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long
Powtórka z
enough,
rozrywki.
you get used to anything.
Co to, dzień świstaka?
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
Okej,
I'm
2005
done
rok.
waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Co to jest za dom? Niech mi ktoś powie.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever
Cóż tam
killed
czyha?
Barbara
O,
and Molly and Calvin.
kurde. Ciekawe co.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
Ale to on jest chory
I can
jakiś,
already
czy co?
imagine the sun on my face.
Oła. Taki Walter, nie?
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Okej. To Walter odhaczony.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Idźmy jego śladem. Co to za książki? Homemade weaponry. Surviving death. Ciekawe. Haunted a guide. Chodźmy.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now
Okay.
I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
No może to po prostu nikt nie jest do końca... Nie był do końca... poczytalny, nie?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Zaraz się dowiemy.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
No właśnie, wszystko jest takie poważne, ale to... W pierwszej historii to był sen na pewno, nie? U Barbary to był jakiś włamywacz, powiedzmy. Walter był chyba trochę nawiedzony.
And when you look at the house, had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness.
Ale
Any of
już-
it seems possible.
Już samo to, jak ten dom jest zbudowany, to coś nam mówi, nie?
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Cmentarz dla
Sven
zwierzaków.
built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Czyli tu są wszyscy, okej. To w sumie znamy wszystkie te historie już, nie?
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Rzućmy okiem.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
No dobra, fajnie.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Tych historii jeszcze nie znamy, zdaje się, nie? A tu więcej tego jest.
She
Milton,
lost 2 of
Sanjay
her
Lewis.
brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
No dobrze. To poznajmy jeszcze jakieś historie.
But looking back on it now,
Tu już byliśmy jako Molly.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
No bo co to w ogóle za pomysł? Robić takie rzeczy w ciąży.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Myślałem przez chwilę, że ktoś tam stoi w kapturze, nie?
They were both pretty intense.
No dobra, jesteśmy z powrotem w domu. Siekiera przy łóżku. To już nam coś mówi o kolejnym członku rodziny. Na wstępie. Mhm.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Kogo my tu mamy?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Aw.
Okej.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Co ja jeszcze tu muszę uchwycić?
Nothing quite like being outside. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
No co, ryby?
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Mamy to.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Okej.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Tak jest.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Ach, samo wyzwalacz.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oła. Czyli tak się kończy kolejna historia, tak?
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Wydaje mi się, że ona już mówiła coś takiego, że ze wszystkich historii ta była najciekawsza, a tej chciała się dowiedzieć najbardziej. Coś w tym stylu. A Marie.
After Sam died, My mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Finch control. Gregory.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Pewnie tak właśnie było.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
To nie jest troszkę za małe dziecko, żeby za parawanem same
Sam,
siedzieć w
I
wannie?
told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
Mamy to.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw. It sure made him happy.
Okej.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I had known, she could have told us about the world he saw.
No, I don't want to.
Hej, kaczuszki, nie wychodźcie.
Hey, there's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
To chyba nie tak powinno być, nie?
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Okej, to było trochę mroczne. Przygnębiające, tak bym to nazwał.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet... A poem for Gus.
who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Teraz puszczamy latawiec.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Co się
When
wydarzy?
the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
To łobuz.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Okej, zaczyna się dziać. Nieprzyjemnie.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Łapię jakieś lampiony teraz. Aha, to ten latawiec tutaj demoluje okolice.
The thunder
Rozbierzmy
sounded
to
much
wszystko.
too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Taki wiersz.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Spoko. Tu zaklejone pianką.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Wchodzimy wyżej.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Czyj to pokój? To będzie chyba mamy kącik, tak?
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
No i co w związku z tym? Okej. Co to nam dało? Nie, no to nie może tak być. Wejdźmy jeszcze raz na górę. Wydaje mi się, że coś musiałem ominąć. O,
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
okej. Czyli co, tyle, tak? Tu już nic więcej nie ma. Chyba nie pozostaje nam nic innego, jak wrócić do domu.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Tu jest zaklejone pianką. No dobra. To wyjdźmy stąd. No tak, ona w ciąży nie będzie skakać z dachu, nie? Nie no, nie mogę się cofnąć. Czyli coś nam tu umyka. Stanowczo.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Tylko co? Jeszcze raz pokój Gregorego i Gasa. Tu coś puka, nie? Coś tutaj stuka. Stop. No nie wiem, teraz wejdźmy jeszcze raz na górę. Okej.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Jesteśmy wyżej.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
Dziwne pomieszczenie.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Okej. Czyli Milton był artystą. Tu jest wejście. A tu nic więcej nie ma, okej. To skorzystajmy z tego wejścia. Brakuje nam 4 osób tutaj, nie? No dobra, to zacznijmy sobie jeszcze jedno.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Magiczny pędzel. Okej. Bardzo ładne.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
I co, to też tylko tyle? A to nie jest jeszcze sama góra, nie? Dobra, wyjdźmy stąd. No tutaj, sznurem,
Mom
okej.
spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Tędy oknem.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Ciekawe, o czym oni wszyscy mówią.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Okej, spoko. Tu mamy coś takiego. Tu już dalej nie ma przejścia, czyli to jest nasza jedyna droga. A dokąd ona prowadzi, to przekonamy się w następnym odcinku. Dziękuję wszystkim za uwagę i do zobaczyska.